As usual, I had a complete rethink on the Speedo mount and working on the basis of less is more. Come up with a much nicer, cleaner idea for that. After the initial disaster with the horrible Speedo mount, my third plan, I think it is, lost count already, has come out quite nicely. This is all temporary, and this is why you need to keep crappy old bits of metal, because you can use them for setting up things, mocking up things, and bend it about a bit and whatever. But there we have what I envisaged the Speedo mount will look like, and it is utilising one of those alternator brackets that I got, and I think that looks pretty funky actually. I really like that. Yeah, that's cool. Don't know what you think, but I really like it. And the Mark II version, so we need a little less distance between the nut and the 90 degree, and then it's going to come up to clear this, and not so high either, because it's a little bit too high there. So using the rearmost mount on this bracket, because it's got two, with the little spacer there, temporary, that actually clears the column on full lock without the actual lock in place. So that's good. That's good news, because this has got this kind of structure here which makes it a little bit more stable. Now it's just a question of bending it back to get the right angle for the Speedo, which is going to involve putting that air box back in again and seeing how it all sits there. But I think I got the right height, so just a question of bending it, and we're going to bend it right in the middle of that actually, because that's where the mark is on what we took off. Gonna drill that second hole for the Speedo mount. And here's the beauty of these step drills when you've got a specific size hole you want to drill, because once I'm through, I'm not yet, but once I'm through, I've got the bolts here, the Allen bolts, and I'll just keep feeding it through or putting it in place until it fits the hole. Just saves mucking around with lots of different size drills, honestly. And that is right there, so one more notch and we'll be through. Perfect. And there we are, all perfectly mounted up. Plenty of room for cables and stuff, we hope. And there it is, in place on the mount. So I just need to tidy that up and we'll be good. I really like that. That just looks, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I really like that. Comments, please. I think I'm going to take the rest of the exhaust off, because I'm going to need to prop the bike up at some point to take the back end off, which involves, no, not scissors, really. It involves a big screwdriver. And of course, a hammer. Actually, it did involve the scissors, because they're propping up the camera right now, ironically. So I've already given the exhaust a little bit of a tap with the mallet. Loosen the springs, obviously. Just going to give it a little bit of a tap. Seems to do the trick. And that, just gentle persuasion, nothing major. There will be some editing involved here, obviously, as we bumble around. Let's get those out of the way. I'm going to go around the other side. Make it even. While I'm doing this, I should warn you about some of the things you can find when you're grovelling around on a floor in a garage in Arizona. Firstly, there's your common old garden tarantula. Very big and scary, but actually pretty harmless and a very gentle creature. Its smaller cousin, although not related I'm sure, is the black widow, which again you hear all kinds of stuff about. Honestly, every old car that I've bought in Arizona came with a resident black widow. We also have one in the backyard, and as long as you keep out of their way and you don't stuff your hand into dark crevices where they might be lurking, you're fine. I've never been bitten by one, but apparently it's not very pleasant. And then of course there's the scorpion. Again, never been bitten by one. Have to be very careful where you're treading because you don't want to stand on it. Apparently this thing's pretty nasty. Should probably have loosened that mounting bolt right there before I started, maybe. Yeah, there's another one. Should have probably loosened that one off too. Yeah, that came off real easy after I'd loosened off those nuts and bolts. So now they're off, I'll be able to hopefully jack it up on the engine itself so I can drop the rear swing arm off. Having said that, that left hand pipe is still lower than the block, so I don't know honestly.